Hey everyone, welcome to Princess Gay. I'm your host Connie, and what time is it? It's adventure time. It's been a long time since we've gotten to this. Over a year, like basically a year and a half, since we finished out season 6. And if I remember right, season 6 was actually split up between a while too, because we started reacting to season 6 at one point, but then we took a big break there and then had to come back to it after a long time too. Um, and then I just hadn't gotten to season 7 since, which does kind of suck, but we're getting to it now. Um, there's a multitude of reasons I wanted to bring this back, one of which is the recent popularity with the newly aired Fiona and Cake series. Um, I saw a very short clip on TikTok, and I'm like, okay, I need to get back into this series, franchise, whatever you want to call it. Because outside of even just the rest of the main series, we also still have the Distant Land specials, and now Fiona and Cake. And apparently, I guess the creators have said that there is a strong possibility for more in the future. That this series will continue in some way, which is fascinating to me. Um, I have heard though that you can't just go into Fiona and Cake, like even if you've already seen that episode of the show, that you have to have finished the series and Distant Lands first. That there are spoilers otherwise. Which, fair enough. Um, so, just to get things out of the way, especially for those who might be new and everything, um, I have not gotten through all of this time without being spoiled. I'm not spoiled on everything, but I do know a couple things to come. Um, the biggest thing, and I think this is known by pretty much everyone, so I don't think I'm really spoiling anyone here. But the biggest thing is I know about a certain ship being made canon. I'll leave it at that. You know what I'm talking about. If you are watching this blind with me and don't know what I'm talking about, that's why I didn't specify. But I know about a certain ship being made canon. Because again, it's everywhere. Everyone talks about it. It was impossible to not be spoiled on that. And there's like another thing or two here or there that I know of. But nothing like, no like major plot points for like overall. And um yeah, it's just basically kinds of various things here and there. Now, it's been a year and a half since I last watched this, so I want to real quick look up here. And I could have done this beforehand, but I wanted to actually do this with you guys. What happened in the finale of season 6? Because it's been a long time. It's genuinely been a long time. And I don't remember everything that had happened before. So it's not a bad idea to refresh myself. So the premiere of season 6 had Finn and Jake trying to get to Finn's father by committing a cosmic crime. There's the Lich. Okay. The Lich is turned. That's when the Lich was turned into the giant baby. Yeah. Okay, so that's where season 6 started, but where did it end? Let's find out here. Season 6 is one of those that had a lot of episodes. Okay, season 6 had a two-part finale that was Hot Diggity Doom and the Comet. Oh yeah, there was the election um, for the leader of Oo, and the king of Oo beat Princess Bubblegum. That's right. She went into exile, and Finn and Jake just continue to protect the kingdom. Oh yeah. And Gunter was revealed to be this ancient evil space god. I forgot. Well, yeah, I forgot about that. I'll just say I forgot about that. Orgalorg. Yeah. That's what happened last time. Orgalorg consumed the comet. Finn cracks it open, revealing a cosmic entity who offers Finn the opportunity to ascend to a higher plane of existence. Finn declines. Martin takes the being up on its offer and disappears. So is Martin just gone now? Finn's father, by the way. Just for good? Finn and a critically wounded Orgalorg are rescued by Jake and Banana Man. The Earth's gravity compresses Orgalorg into the powerless Gunter once again. Okay. So that's where it ended last time. Martin might be gone for good this time, which, considering how fucking terrible he is not a bad thing. um, Orgalorg, aka Gunter, is restrained for now and probably going to be okay. Um, but yeah, that was a wild twist. Like there was like there, and the thing is, it didn't come out of nowhere. It was actually built up to the idea that Gunter was secretly like crazy, evil and powerful. Like there were hints at that spread throughout. Um, so Princess Bubblegum is gone. The King of Oo has taken over. I guess maybe that's where we'll touch on first. Um, Probably trying to fix that, maybe seeking out where Bubblegum went for her exile. I don't know. I'm definitely interested to see where this goes because with Bubblegum out of power, that definitely changes things, especially since obviously the King of Oo can't be trusted. Um, but that's going to be interesting. Also, I keep hearing like a lot of people talking about like continuing to talk about how fucked up Bubblegum is. Like a lot of people call her evil and stuff, and it's like people still talk about this series, and it's just like, okay, listen. Here's how I view it. Princess Bubblegum has committed war crimes, atrocities, done absolutely horrible fucking shit. But the way I view it is that I don't think she understood at any time that what she was doing was bad. I think that's kind of the point, that she was like kind of naive to all of that. Because there's times where she is made to realize that what she is doing is bad and actively changes it. Like there's the time where she was like spying on everybody, and it's like Flame Princess helped her realize that that was bad, and she actually shut all of that down. It's just like I don't think she fully understands. Because Bubblegum is never painted as being a bad person, not by any means. She does bad things, but she never comes across as a being a villain or a bad person. So when people say like she's the true villain of the series or that she's evil, it's like I've never understood that point of view. Um, it's just it makes no sense to me. Now I do know that she has to be probably at least a notable part of the season because the DVD case for this, as I showed off when I announced this as the next reaction series, um, when I showed off the DVD case, as you noticed, it was Princess Bubblegum. Now, I mean, that doesn't necessarily mean anything. Lumpy Space Princess apparently was the DVD case for season 6. But honestly, with where that ended, with Princess Bubblegum, like, being defeated in the election and going into exile, I'm pretty sure she's probably going to have a big part in the story for this season. Even though most episodes will probably be episodic still. Though, I already do know, so you don't need to tell me, I already know that Season 7 features the Stakes miniseries, which is 8 episodes of a continuous plot line. So I already know about that. And I think Season 8 features one called Islands, I want to say. But either way, I already know, you don't need to tell me about that. So the next point that we should talk about is why am I doing episodes 1 through 5 today? Well, there's a couple reasons. One, these episodes are like 11 minutes long, so they're pretty short. Like 5 episodes is only an hour long of reactions. It's really not that bad. I can handle that. And I think it's a good way to really kick off this return. It's been a long time, and I think returning to this, doing 5 episodes right off the bat, is a fun way to do it. Now, going forward, I'm going to just kind of play it by ear. And we're going to just do as much as I feel is necessary at the time. But because we are doing the first 5 now, I will just say right off the bat, if you know the episodes, you know that that means we're going to be doing the next 8 all together, because that's when Stakes is. So that's just understood right from the start. I am going to be doing all of Stakes together. But after that, it's probably not going to be that many episodes at a time. It's probably going to be like maybe 2 to 3. But I'm more than likely going to always do at least 2 at a time. Now, starting this season and going for the rest of the series, there's less episodes per season than there has been. So these seasons aren't as long by any means. And will hopefully be easier to get through. So we'll tackle that when we get to that. But now that all of this hullabaloo and all this preamble is done, we can actually get to the reaction. I don't know what to expect. I don't know where exactly we're going to start with here, and I can only predict things. I can only have expectations and hopes and thought out ideas. Let's find out, though, and get back into the land of ooze. So when the screen fades to black, pause this redirect and go to the description below. Follow the link to the reaction, and after you watch it, come back here to the redirect and resume play. Because after it fades to black and then fades back in, everything from that point forward will be my afterthoughts and will contain spoilers to the episodes. So, that being said, thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you at the reaction. And we are back, and we'll begin with spoilers in 3, 2, 1, now. Okay, so I'm mixed on these episodes, but that's really not surprising. We did 5 episodes of Adventure Time. Of course I'm going to be mixed on it. This series is very much like that. The highs are really high, the lows are really low, and then there's just some episodes that are just total what the fuck material. So let's talk about it. So the first episode here is called Bonnie and Nettie. This takes place with the King of Ooh having fully taken over the Candy Kingdom and ordering Finn and Jake to explore this underground area that Bubblegum had kept secret. There they find this candy dragon, which we later find out to be the brother of Princess Bubblegum, Nettie. And we find out that the candy dragon, which again, I don't know if it was like shown in season 6 at all, but I don't know, it seems a little familiar somehow. But we find out that Nettie sucks on the roots of a tree, which causes it inexplicably to release juice that powers the entire Candy Kingdom. However, they surprise Nettie, who runs away, well, flies away, really. And Finn and Jake have to go find it. So they go to Bubblegum, of course, and get her help, find out all about the past, and on their way, well, find out about Nettie. And then on the way, we find out about the past, even though it's revealed that Bubblegum is not actually saying anything during that time, during that moment. We see the point when both Bubblegum and Nettie were born. And that when Nettie fell off of the mother gum, he fell onto a pointed rock and had to be comforted by Bubblegum. They end up finding where Nettie is. Bubblegum sues him. They return him. Everything's good. And she orders the guards who are supposed to be stopping them to basically kill the King of Ooh if he tries to get in there again. It was fine. Like it was a fine start. It gave us some lore, some backstory on Bubblegum and everything, and truly introduced us to her brother. I had no issue with it. It wasn't a bad episode. It wasn't even a meh episode. I'd say it was good, but not great. Nothing special. But speaking of, that's where we get to episode 2, Varmints. Which you can't say normally. If you say you have to say it in a country accent. You have to say Varmints. You have to. It's the rules. This episode is absolutely amazing. Like, coming back into this show, I knew that there was going to be a mixed bag with a lot of these episodes. I knew that, obviously, we were going to have some episodes that are not as good. And we'll get to those. This, luckily, was one of the episodes that not only is good, but is absolutely great. So, Varmints, brings us back into touch with Marceline. Marcy goes to the Candy Kingdom to hang out with Bubblegum, but finds the King of Ooh there. And finds out that for the past couple months, he had been in control and she hadn't even known. So, she goes to find Bubblegum's cabin, where Bubblegum has become Bobby from Supernatural, basically. She's wearing a trucker hat, she's got jeans and a shotgun, and it's like, oh my god. But we find out that she's kind of trying to start her own new kingdom, a garden kingdom. Though I think that also might be just her coping with the loss of everything, which, again, we'll get into. But she ends up having to fight off these creatures called Varmints, which are like these insectoid slug things. I don't know how to describe them. But Marcy ends up agreeing to help, and they chase the Varmints down into these like caves, these tunnels and whatnot. They try to fight them. They try to fight the Queen, but the Queen seems to have some kind of healing ability. So they end up barricading themselves off and have a very notable heart-to-heart moment where Bubblegum just kind of breaks. And this was honestly this was honestly going to happen. Like, she was acting all like tough and strong and everything over like everything happening, but this bothered her. Because she very much does care for the Candy Kingdom citizens. Like, that's unquestionable. And she hates the King of Ooh for obvious reasons. So she admits that she misses everything and that she hates that she's losing it all. That losing everything has been hard for her. And Marcy listens. She's there for her. And you could tell, like Bubblegum misses, like, being around Marcy all the time and regrets how she's treated Marcy in the past. And it's forging their bond a lot more and making it just that much better. It's really good. They end up escaping with Bubblegum losing her fucking mind, yelling at the Varmints. And stays there, at least for the time, with Bubblegum to help protect her new quote-unquote kingdom from the Varmints. It's a really sweet, cute episode. A lot of great bubbling moments. It's got some just amazing character work. The action stuff against the Varmints is pretty fun. The shot of like focusing on Bubblegum shooting like the twin shotguns is amazing. Also, the shotgun's abilities are phenomenally amazing. Like, being able to turn things into batteries, I love that. That is so practical. That is so useful. In a post-apocalyptic world like this, batteries are fucking gold. They are absolutely gold. They are so useful and so important. So to just be able to create new batteries like that is insanely important and useful. And then she has like the gun one, which just like turns the it's like you shoot the gun and another gun like clones itself in the opposite position away from you. You can break them apart and now you just have two guns, and it's just like, ooh, what? That is amazing. That is so fucking funny. It's just I love it. I love it. It's awesome. Yeah, the episode was amazing. It was so damn good. Next we have episode 3, Cherry Cream Soda. So we have the character Cherry Cream Soda, who is now married to Starchy, and she's still not completely over Root Beer Guy. He ends up getting revived, though. She ends up going to bury his remains, and lightning strikes the crowbar that she left behind that she dug the hole with, and it somehow brings him back to life. He comes back, has a rivalry with Starchy, who's jealous, and because of everything, because of Starchy being a jealous asshole and everything, Cherry Cream Soda just breaks up with him. And Root Beer Guy, who is now known as Dirt Beer Guy because, he's basically a jar of dirt that was infused with the root beer that, came out of him when he died. He gets a second chance. Cherry Cream Soda decides to give him another chance, but to start completely new. to not go straight into being married again, but to date for the time being. I like the part where she like shows her, um, how do I put this? Where she chooses to focus on herself and like it's like they're like, which one of us do you choose? And she's like, no, neither of you and everything. And it's like, Starchy, get out of here, we're done and everything. And she's like asserting herself and showing that she's worth it and that she chooses for herself and all. I really love that. That's like a you go girl moment. I was surprised that she got back together with Dirt Beer Guy because he was not being the best either, and he obviously had some issues. But Starchy was definitely more of the aggressor and was definitely much worse there. Her getting back with him though, like when she had already remarried and stuff, is a little weird, a little off, but again, she's not going right into marriage. She's choosing to date him again. She broke up with Starchy specifically because of the way he was acting. So, it's complicated. It was an okay episode. It wasn't that good, but it wasn't terrible or anything. After that, we had Mama Said. This one has the King of Ooh ordering Finn and Jake to find a flying mushroom that he can sit on and fly around on because he thinks it'll be impressive, and the King of Oo's an idiot. So they go off, but they end up finding Canyon. And they agree to help her find a sacred spring rather than accomplish their mission. Well, the mushrooms do start flying and end up converging into a giant, sentient, psychic mushroom creature thing. They end up having to fight it because it's just trouble, honestly. And with Canyon's help, of course, because Canyon is fucking badass, they do end up winning. They return back to the King of Ooh, unable to bring the mushroom, but they give him a mushroom pizza. He gives it a chance, but not before firing Finn and Jake. He tells them to skedaddle, to get on out of there. And then he tries to fly with the mushroom pizza. But when he tells the banana guard to push him, because he thinks it's going to work and he's going to fly, he ends up falling like really far down the stairs. And at first it kind of looks like he's dead. It's like, wait, is he alive? Is he okay? The banana guard that pushed him freaks out and then just starts singing Mama Said, and it's just like, what? What is happening right now? The king like moves his arm, and it's clear he's still alive at the end though, and it's just a total what the fuck ending that just like threw me completely off. And it's not like that hasn't happened before. There's been other episodes of this show that are like the main part of the episode is like you understand what's going on. It's weird, but you know, you get it. But then the ending is just so out of left field that it's just like, wait, what just happened? What did that have to do with anything in the episode? This episode, most of it was good. It's just the ending just threw me off really badly. But then we have episode 5, Football. BMO is talking to their reflection, which is called Football. They switch places. Football doesn't want to give control back, but eventually is forced to with the pond, and BMO's back. What the fuck? This was easily the weakest episode of this set because it was just so confusing. Like first things first here. Like, is football real? Or is BMO just playing? Because it's really fucking confusing and I'm not sure. Like, is football, even if it's just like a DID thing, a dissociative identity disorder thing, is football real? Does football exist as like an alternate personality here? Or is this just BMO playing around and being goofy? I don't fucking know. And the thing is, there's absolutely zero way to know one way or the other. It's just so fucking confusing. And it's like, it's kind of like a body swap episode, but it's also like, I'm just really fucking confused. It's like Mirror Tulip, except, you know, not good. I should say Lake, because that is, you know, her name. But still, I don't know if football is real, and because the thing is, every time football is talking, whether in the mirror or out, it only shows football. Every time BMO is talking, it only shows BMO. Again, whether in the mirror or out. It never shows them both talking at the same time. So it's unclear if there's actually something there or not. Like, and with this world, who fucking knows? It's the land of ooh. Anything can happen. It's very possible. For all we know, it's not like a DID thing. For all we know, there is just a fucking other mirror world. A reflective mirror world, and football, not fridge. Football is real, and is just like Lake from Infinity Train, just a mirror version of BMO. I don't know. I don't know what to think. What am I supposed to think? What am I supposed to believe? What am I supposed to get from this episode? It was too confusing to be fun. It was too confusing to be entertaining and enjoyable. What am I supposed to get from this? I don't know. But it's definitely the weakest set of the set here. If I had to rank them from weakest to best, I would say football is the weakest, followed by Cherry Cream Soda, then Bonnie and Nettie, Mama Said, and the best one was definitely Varmints. Like, not even a question. Varmints was easily the best one. Of this set of 5, of course. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what I'm supposed to think here. But that was the first 5 episodes of Adventure Time Season 7. And so that means next week, more than likely, maybe this week is possible, I guess, but more than likely next week, we will be starting well, not even just starting, we will be reacting to the Stakes mini-series, which is episodes 6 through 13 of this season. So that will be all 8 episodes in one video. That will be next time. Whether it does somehow end up being this week or if it's next week. But it will be our next Adventure Time reaction will be the Stakes miniseries. So in the meantime, as always, even though I know a couple things, no spoilers for the future, please. Because even though I know a couple things here and there, I don't know everything. So yeah. I wish to remain as spoiler-free as I still can. But I'd love to hear what you thought of these 5 episodes. Let me know your thoughts down below. And thank you so much for tuning in. For now, I'm Connie and I'm signing off. See y'all next time.